Hi people, so this is a special edition of JGOLD TV. As you can see, this is Wordy, I'm JGOLD. So we'll be talking about our relationship. So the first question is, how did we meet?
Okay.
Ah,
Am I the one to answer the question?
yes, answer the question.
All right. I think about 10 years ago,
Hey.
10 or 11 years ago, we met at a workplace. And she was maybe a receptionist or something.
Yeah,
she was
something
a
like that.
receptionist,
Yeah.
and then I was a logistics person. Fancied her from a distance, but not early. It wasn't really looking this fine at that time.
That's not true. I've always been fine.
So I was the fine boy.
Please.
I'm going to try and attach a picture to this to prove that I was the fine
There's
boy.
no way you're posting that old picture.
So I think the major thing that made me stick to her was a sense of responsibility, because I saw a star in her, but she didn't know she was one. So that's my side of the story.
Okay, to add up to the story, I think when I first resumed at that particular office, when I got there, they were like, there's one Akiwande family, because my name is ADEJOKE.JGOLD. His name is Opolu Akiwande. So when I got there, they were like, there's a particular family, their son name is also Akiwande. I was like, because me, I wasn't looking for any guy, so it's not my life, the Akiwande could come in. So until I met him, and then he was trying to approach me like, Akiwande. I was like, oh boy, I'm not interested. So, but after a while, of course, I went and dated some, and then he stayed on his lane, asked again and again, until this they have to correct somehow now. So, and then he came back home. Oh yeah, let's start. So then after 2 years of waiting, we started dating officially. So that's how we met. Who toasted who? You nah.
Well, of course, I'm a
Yes.
man.
How many times?
Now that's the issue. I just did that 3 times. First time, friend zone. Second
God
time,
forgive me.
she gave me this excuse like, I cannot really break up with someone, with my best friend, blah blah blah.
Nah.
Now here's the funny thing. She did not know what her type was as at that time. Her exes don't have things in common, so she had different times along the way. The third time I was going to ask her out, she was in a sad place, and I just didn't want to ever see her in that position. And I felt like if someone is going to know the kind of person she is and help her get to that point, why not start with myself? Like, let me give this a shot. So she put me on It's Coming. The third time I asked her out, she said she was going to ask her mom.
Yes.
I was like,
I actually asked my mom, and my mom was like, wait though, so you mean there's someone close to you? When you get home every day, you come and say, Okpe did this for me, Okpe did that for me, and yet you are dating all these men that you never came home and say they did this and that. What else are you looking for? So she made this common Yoruba statement like, Shokoto, Shokoto. Like, I'm sure you don't understand that if you're a Yoruba person. So like, she meant what I'm looking for outside is actually close to me, already with me. So why not just stay with that? So, and then, well,
she never said yes.
For such a long relationship, how many times have we broken up?
I don't think we ever did.
Yeah,
we had fights, we had disagreements, but I don't think it ever got to a point where we felt like this is not going to ever work again, and all that, because we had this motto. It's called "Your bullshit is my bullshit." So,
yeah. What keeps the two of you going?
I think a lot of people would find it cliche to say the word love is keeping us going or God is keeping us going. However, I won't put those two aside, but I'll add to it by saying a sense of responsibility, seeing that we want to help each other grow. We want to help each other get to that point that God wants us to get to. That responsibility plus God plus love keeps us going, basically.
Yeah.
Do you have any take on that?
No, you said everything on that. Was it love at first sight?
No. Even from my side, no, it
Even
wasn't.
from my side, no, it wasn't. It was a kind of love that grew. So,
As
and
time went
yes, as time went on, and well, why do you love one another? You know, like I said before, it was after 2 years he asked me out, then we started dating. So of course he approached me first, and at first I didn't love him because I was just okay, let's just try this out. So at a point I began to realize that, oh, I love him. How? I don't know how, but I can explain why at some point. So why do I love him? It's because at that point I realized that when I asked myself, do I love Okpe? I could tell myself that yes, it got to that point. So I now realize that he has actually helped me grow in a lot of ways. Like the way he loved me, I've not seen anyone who loved me that way. And I ask myself too at times that, let's say he's not in the picture, who else could I actually turn to get this kind of love? I looked around me and I realized there's actually nobody, even from my past and present. There's actually nobody. And the way he has been there for me is so great. I know I'm very stubborn and all that, and it takes all this my bullshit and all sorts. So yes, I love him for who he is, for he's a man of God. And of course, when someone loves God, you have the trust and the assurance that this person will love you genuinely because he loves God first. The most important is I love him because he loved me. So
why do I love Adejoke? Okay, first off, she's the whole package. Yeah. She's the whole package. It started from being a girl to a woman. I see a kind of person that one can raise a family with, one can start a career with, and one can trust. If anyone said anything negative about me, she's going to have my back. She's someone that would spend on a man. Yeah, a lot of you ladies don't understand that. She will spend on a man even though she still expects a man to be a man.
Yeah, because you know, to what you just said now, I realized that before I started dating him, I'm this kind of person that I even say it at home, I cannot give any man my money. I cannot, like, for what? It's not possible. But then to him, it's like selfless. Like, I don't even think about it. Not to him directly, like to the relationship. Like, I invest willingly to the relationship without anybody asking me to. Like, that's how it has grown. So it's got to.
I do love who she is on the inside, her character, her sense of respect. I respect the talent that she has. I respect her growth. I would go back to the first thing I said. I saw a star in her, and she didn't know then, but thanks to God she knows. Maybe that's why she has pride now. This whole thing that makes her who she is something that complements me very, very well. She knows how to handle me. Very, very important. It's not like I'm hard to handle.
That's still stubborn though.
Yeah, but she knows how to handle me. Sometimes handling me only just means for you to be quiet for a while when I'm talking too much. Because Wordy has a lot of words in it. She's also a woman of God. Like, a lot of people are beginning to see that in her now, and it's something I'm also very, very proud of. Like, she wasn't always that. She wasn't always that. But there's too much to say but I'm wordy, so I'm trying not to use too much words.
Relationships hardly last. Why do you think this will last? I know a lot of people who have actually asked me at a point in our relationship, oh, have you guys broken up? Oh, this guy is delaying you. Are you sure this guy is serious? And of course, 8 years no be been so to date someone and be with that person and be committed in the relationship and still see, even at a point when we were not even sure we'll be where we are right now. I mean, I knew a particular point where it was so frustrating. Like, it would be like, when are we going to start talking about wedding and marriage and all that? And this guy would be like, let's see how it goes. Like, let's see what. Let's see how it goes. Like, what are you talking about? So it was really frustrating at a point. I made a commitment, like, this is where I want to stay. So that alone helped me to get to where we are right now, because I told myself, I knew that I wasn't going anywhere else. This is where I'm staying. At the beginning of this relationship, God is at first, He's with us now, and we're putting Him first in our future. So I would say, by God's grace, I believe it would last as much as we want it to.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen to that. We both have had a lot of people to learn from. We are surrounded by a lot of people to learn from parents to siblings to friends to spiritual leaders that we have. We've seen mistakes. We've recognized our own personal flaws. If you've seen a person that can take your permit my use bullshit and still love you and still feel responsible for you, then I think you have something important that you can hold on to. We have a no secret policy. So if somebody is toasting her,
He knows.
I also learned to set limits on other relationships in my life, because I'm a person that I consider the man of God side of me very, very important also, that I have to be responsible for other people as well. However, there are limits that we've had conversations about that we know to set in order to take ourselves first. The ultimate standard for me in relationship that makes me believe it will work is the responsibility given to me by the word of Apostle Paul, when it says, love her like Christ loved the church. So basically, what did Christ do? He gave his life. So can I give my life for her if they put a gun to my head? Definitely. However, my spirit will come back and make sure that she does not get married to someone else. Anyway, just joking.
To round it up, one of the things I've always said in my series is, when your relationship, make sure you guys talk about everything. Talking about everything is very, very important. Like, leave no stone unturned. Don't assume about something. When you have a problem with your partner, talk about it. Oh, I have a problem. How do we resolve it? If you're feeling somehow and maybe you're suspecting something, you're not so sure, don't assume that person has done what you're assuming. Just go ahead and ask. If the person is lying one way or the other, you would know eventually. Leave no room for secrets. Talk about everything about each other. When you're not feeling well, when you're feeling down, when you need something, when you need him or her around you, talk about everything. He saves more trouble. He saves you more fights. He saves a lot of problems in relationships. So,
what do you think about me, and I'll say about you, that might give you problem during the relationship?
That's a very I did not think of that coming at all. I don't really know, because we've actually been through a lot. Even there was a time we were not actually together. You were in Abuja, I was in Lagos, and we were able to survive for a whole year. And there are a lot of circumstances in this relationship that the problem came up, we talked about it, and then we resolved it. So I really can't think of a huge problem now that can actually break us up. But I believe that when a problem arises, we have come to a level in this relationship that we know that when there's a problem, we talk about it and then we resolve it. So how
That's
about
a
you?
perfect answer.
Okay. This is JW 2021. What a lot of you have been waiting for. Yes, whatever time you're watching this, we'll be married by then. So thank you so much for watching. J Gold is going to be back like very soon, and I'll see you around. Bye.
Bye.